2024 NFL season, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Miami Dolphins. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway from Miami. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's...
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly, maybe someone tipped it off, but on that play, it had no chance.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Second and 11. Over the middle, he's got Gray. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. But there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
He'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Niners are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go to the deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, Parker. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Second and goal from the 1. Achane will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Jake Moody now for the point after. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good.
Niners 7, Dolphins nothing.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Let's go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him.
Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25. So now it's 2 straight drives that end with an interception.
And the first time, the first interception, they ended up getting 6 points out of it and taking the lead. Now they have an opportunity to increase that lead after their second pick on 2 drives.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Looking to throw. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Dolphins force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2nd and 5. Purdy looking to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. picked off by Fred Warner. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter. But that time, they were up to the challenge.
Second and 10. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it, and he'll take it out to the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in the first game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense. And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Buying time to his left. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And that's an early scrambler that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Back to throw again. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 16. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Jalen Waddle. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Niners are looking good here in the season openers. They're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point try now for Moody. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Niners 17, Dolphins 0. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Purdy. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense has been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .31 yards on the punt there. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this pass caught by Gray. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation, because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Out of the gun, Purdy. And his throw here's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken right around the 44. So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 40.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st down, Purdy. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Niners are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber,
I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3 scores. And my goodness, another interception. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. The drive will start with an option going left. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. And let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
They'll run Achane, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Devon Achane, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Niners continue to pull away here in this first half. Now Moody for the PAT. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Niners 24, Dolphins nothing. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Final play of the half, Purdy. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The third quarter begins with a run by Achane. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. And they'll try to run the option here. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. I'll tell you, he got away with it there. Pops up okay, but got to be careful in the running game.
You certainly do. And these young quarterbacks, these rookies, I remember talking to Carson Wentz his rookie year, and he said, yeah, but when I take off and go, I kind of have a running back mentality. And I'm like, yeah, but you're a quarterback. That's what they pay you for. Have that mentality, but know at the end of the play, protect yourself.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Open net is Waddle, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Back to throw. Another catch there for Waddle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Dolphins' 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 1. He'll look to throw. Throw caught by Achane. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Look that one in, and it made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Danny Gray laying himself out in the end zone. And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point try now for Moody. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Dolphins nothing. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible, let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Purdy off the play fake. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
McCaffrey running up the middle, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Brings up 2nd and 11. That's the 49ers.
Purdy looking to throw. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progression.
And now here is another interception. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 33. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Well, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now back to throw. Looking for Gray and finding him once again. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And he's got it as the score is now 31-7. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Powerful running. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Jalen Waddle, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well. If they now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. A big play there for the Niners. 42 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They'll drop to throw. Touchdown! Danny Gray. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, CD, I mean, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into week 2. This has been an impressive week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Purdy. Throw left side complete. That's Terry. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Purdy. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Purdy, big fourth down play. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. On the move past the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
No gain on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Purdy now to throw. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. Down inside the 10. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the... No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to 24.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
The take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. That one looks like he'll throw here. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first down, Purdy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jerome Baker. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
The first down pass. Intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 2nd down and 4. Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw, Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it with an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half. And now here's another interception. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Eluding the pressure right. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a third down. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1 and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday.